All right. Welcome again, people, to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much for joining me again. I am your host, Mario Dakers, aka Military Guna. So, unfortunately, I'm hearing some bad news that the weekend Premier League might be put off, so we don't know how the preview show might go for the weekend, but gonna keep you guys, gonna stick a pin on that one. But I have some good news. I have some good news, not about the program itself, but about what is happening. As you can see up there, we are 14,923. At the start of the week, we were 14,600. And we are 14,923 right now. But guess what, people? The target by the end of tomorrow evening is 15K. 15K, people, is the target by the end of tomorrow. I think it's 12 p.m. tomorrow night. 12 p.m. to reach 15K, people. And we are just basically 80 or 70 subscribers away from hitting that 15K. Can you imagine? But I tell people, really and truly, I'm very much excited because, let me tell you what, I put in a lot of work, right? And because of that, I just like the fact that I see improvement and growth. And I'm telling the people, I try my best. And this basically what I'm doing is a non-profitable business. I'm not making anything. So I want to see growth because I'm not making anything. But in the same sense, people, as you can see up here, 25K, that is a yearly target. That is the target we want to end by the end of the year. That's where we want to end. And if we can even surpass that, I would be greatly appreciated of it. And it's only because of you guys, because you're the one who's hitting the subscribe button. You're the one who's tuning on to the videos and hitting that like button. But guess what, people? Today we will be discussing, well, tonight we will be discussing Junior Flemmings. What about Junior Flemmings? This is not good news. Because I'm just excited because of the subscriber count. But this is definitely not good news that I'm hearing about Junior Flemmings. So I'm going to give you guys like 10 seconds to do two things. The first is the administrative aspect of the video, in smashing the like button and also hitting the subscribe button. That is the first thing I want you guys to do. Now, the second thing is go for a drink. Woo. It's because of the green screen, this bad. I don't can hide my face. Yes. The second thing I want you guys to do is go for a drink. It might not be a long one, but maybe in the region of 20-30 minutes. It might go up, it might be shorter, and it might go above that. So keep that in mind. I'm not aiming for a long one, but definitely, people, go for your drink. I already have my drink here. I've shown it to you guys, and I'm going to give you guys the updates and the downloads and every single thing that is happening with Junior Flemmings. So as I'm saying, so we're going to go straight into the video. So at present moment, people, things are not looking well for Junior Flemmings. Let me look in the comment section first. We have over 50 persons already. John was star. Smash the like button, people. Please do smash the like button. That's a lot of persons early. And we have over 50 persons watching and only 14 like. Alj said soon reach 100K, bro. Why? 100K farther, but definitely I'm hoping to reach that. Alj said, think you need more collaborations to speed the algorithm, to spread the algorithm. Remember, most of what I do are definitely with Reggae Boyz, and most of the subscribers that I already have are shared between other Reggae Boyz content creators. So that is the reason I'm doing different stuff to branch off in getting more persons to spread what I'm doing far and wide. But definitely, it's been a while since I've done a collaboration. Definitely do. I go link up with them and them, maybe Ryan, our coach. Definitely if you do that. Tevin said, I was wondering myself what happened to him. We'll be giving you some information on him. Fresh God said, touch the like button as you come in. Big up Fresh God. Continued support of the channel. Really appreciate it. E-Group Public said, dude, make sure you have a backup channel before the haters come after you. Well said. They come after me, they come after me. There's nothing we can do. If me back up them, they come for too as well. Shaz, big up. What you mean? Something strong? No, man, I just took a juice, man. We can't manage nothing strong. Tajay with us said, bad, bro. Big up, Tajay. Man of God said, up. Big up, man of God. So, let me get into the details, people. I've been here long enough. I've been here, what? 5 minutes and I haven't gotten into the details as yet. So let me go straight into it. And you have people who complain about that, but some of the time you have to run intro, and definitely. So it will be a good show. Keep people going, keep people on their toes, pondering what is happening and what is what. So let me go over to the article. Let me see if I can make the screen a little bit bigger so it's more viable for you guys to read. So I'm just making the screen bigger, people. So let me bring it up. And since I make the screen bigger, I'm going to make myself smaller so I can come out of the way. You guys can see what is happening. All right, so we're gonna read into the article, people. So this is the latest article coming out of League One, out of Toulouse FC. Let me have a sip before I do anything else. Let me have a sip before I do anything else. Not seeing any more comments, so all right, so I can go. Rob Smith said, "I read the article and an injury might give him a shot, hopefully." Exactly. But Rob Smith, you're keeping update, man. All right, so League One, TFC. What's going on with Junior Flemmings? September 7th, reports by admin. The Essential, the Jamaican international, has been struggling since its arrival in Toulouse. Never summoned by Philippe Montier to League One, Junior Flemmings does not seem to have adapted to the demands of French football. And we all know that him moving from USL to French League, the second division first, it's a big stepping stone. So as he mentioned, the demands of the French League is higher, of higher quality, higher tempo. You most definitely will require a lot more than what you are used to. Let's continue. And if it was him, the first real casting error of the TFC Redbird version, arriving at TFC in January 2022, Junior Flemmings has so far never succeeded in achieving the full extent of his talent, whether it be with the TFC staff or the Toulouse public. So let's look into this. Let's put this into context now. Basically, they are saying that he has never seemed to impress either the coaching staff or the fan base of Toulouse FC. And that is not a good sign. That there is not a good sign. If you can't even impress the fans, you're in problems. You are in problems. In the event you impress the coach, and the coach said, okay, we can definitely work with you. But guess what? That's problem as well. That's huge problem. You're not impressing the fans. The fans said, oh, we need to see the fans calling. You don't even hear the fans calling for him. Most of the times I'm searching, like, you have 1 and 2 persons calling, but you don't hear a mass majority calling for him. Specifically if the team is underperforming. Let's continue. However, the arrival of the Jamaican on the banks of the Garonne and something to seduce, Junior Flemmings is a player we have been following regularly for a year, said TFC president Damien Comoli. At the time of his signing, his attacking profile allows him to play in several positions. By his power, his speed, his explosiveness, and his sense of finishing, Junior has all sporting qualities to impose himself in French football. But 8 months after having put down his suitcase in Toulouse, everyone remained unsatisfied. So that, dear people, is not a good ideal. That's not something good to work on. If no one is impressed, if no one is looking at him, say, hey, we need to see him in the squad. If no one is crying out for him, and if most definitely, if the coach is not impressed, you are in problem. If the coach is not impressed, you are in big problem. Man of God said, need to fire his agent. here I know. Let me continue. Alright, so let me continue, people. So, of course, the attacker who landed at TFC from Birmingham Legion FC, second American division, need a few months to adapt to his new environment. But it is legitimate that the Toulouse decision makers and followers are starting to get impatient. Remember now, people, European fans, they don't wait. They want results right now. Let me have another sip of what I'm drinking. Refreshing. Now, let me continue. Last season, the Reggae Boy nickname of the Jamaican internationals only took 3 games for a total of 25 minutes spent on the pitch. 3 appearances. Last couple of minutes, 5 minutes, last 10 minutes there, last 8 minutes there. Definitely not sufficient enough. This is far from enough for a player who was nevertheless named a few weeks later best player in the CONCACAF Nation Leagues thanks to his performance with the Jamaican selection in June 2022. So that is saying something not specifically only about Junior Flemmings or even only about the Reggae Boyz or even only about Jamaica. It is saying that the entire region, we're just not quality. We're not good enough. Look, let's have a look at the so-called American hero, or what's his name? What do you call him, man? Captain America. The most highly rated American player. And he's crap. He's at Chelsea struggling. If we should be honest, he's not performing as to the standards that he's been held to. He's not performing up to the standard that he should be held to. Shots, what you drinking? Why shots art? Me drink some truly. If you look on the color, oh, you can't see color, I forgot. A boom. A little boom, just a little boom, me drink. Just a little boom. Sign House said Flemmings have starboy mentality. Team football will get you in games. Dog said, what him agent do? I don't know, you know. I remember that the money I say, I think I was a fine agent. I remember who's a fine agent. J-Dye said, Ray and nephew. No, sir, no alcohol in the night. None at all. Man of God said, you're not getting any games. His agent should have found a transfer for him. Long time. Waste of time. Maybe back into the League 2, to the lower tier of the French League. Find a suitable team. Guys, we have over 60 persons watching, and I would really appreciate it if you get the likes up to even 50. Get the likes up to even 50 people. I don't think that is that difficult or hard. Get the likes of 50 people. Jedi said, oh, Pulisic. Yes, MCM1. Dog said, that's not how football work. Tennessee Lou said, the man is playing for a Chelsea military. There's a difference. Yeah, he might play for Chelsea. But when last I see him? When last have you seen him perform? I mean, put in a good performance. No, if you're not good, you're not good. No matter where you're playing. That means a Tennessee. Because Maguire play at Manchester United. Means I'm good. You see me talk about Tennessee? Come on, man. Come on. We're reasoning about football, yeah? We're reasoning about football. So if you're saying, Tajir said, Pulisic a baller, Tuchel hold down the youth. No, I wouldn't say that. I definitely wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Tuchel, Pulisic has been at Chelsea for a long time period now, and he hasn't hold down a starting position. And Tuchel came and see Pulisic at Chelsea. Remember that. Science said he was a USL player, level 2 high for his first team in Europe. Junior Morrison said the man want more match time to increase his moral and show his talent. Boy, definitely, but that boils down to definitely boils down to what you can do to impact or impress the coach. Remember, in the earlier stage of the article, it stated that he's not impressing the coaching staff as well. Tennessee says so agent plays for him. Man of God. What do you mean by that? I don't understand that. Jada said bad example military about Maguire. I best example. Goes to show that crap players play at good teams as well. Players who are just not good enough, who barely can play in other teams, play for good teams also. Rob Smith said people knew from day one Pulisic only went to Chelsea for marketing purpose, and that is the reason why even the Chelsea owner right now, that is the reason why he wanted Cristiano Ronaldo. Marketing, money thing. Tennessee said the man was playing very well in Germany for years. Chelsea signed him for big money. That doesn't take away performance. Tennessee. Chelsea signed him for big money, yes. Then what? If he's good enough, he would have definitely gotten into the Chelsea start 11. Isn't that what you guys always say? If they're good enough, they will be on the first team sheet. If he was good enough, he would have been a consistent starter in that Chelsea team. Without a doubt. Just the same as though you can see Mason Mount a consistent starter, Kante a consistent starter. Because these guys are good enough. We're speaking about good enough. Simfly said, yo bro, can I come on? Let me see something if I can. Let me see if I can set up back this stream link. StreamYard. I'm trying to find a stream link. Give me a second, Cinema. Let me see if I can find the streaming. So 1 second, people. I do apologize. All right. I'm just setting up something. Just that I didn't set it up earlier. But let me see if I can get that going. All right, so let me continue. So where was I? So as I'm saying that when you look at it, we have so much players in the CONCACAF region that we rate highly, and definitely when you look at it, when they step out of the CONCACAF region, they're deemed not good enough. And it's not only a Jamaican thing, it's not only a Reggae Boy thing, it's actually right across. Yes, you do have players in the CONCACAF region that are highly rated, and also when they step out, they perform well, i.e. McKennie, some of the Hernandez from Mexico. So you do have players like that. Even you say, i.e. Leon Bailey as well. Definitely, Pulisic did have a stint, whereas he was putting the performance and getting the due recognition that he deserved. So we can also look at that. Rob Smith said, come on, bro, that's a big lie. So how we had Chelsea and Bailey's at Villa? How much did Chelsea sign him? Him for? How did Villa spend on Bailey? So why are you using reference to Bailey? Now speak about Pulisic. You don't need to bring Bailey night. Tajay Witter said, Pulisic a baller. Look how the youth are perform. Look how youth are going to perform under Graham Potter. And what if he doesn't get in the game? What would be your justification for that? Just what if? Remember, now there's no certainty as yet. What if he still doesn't get in the game time? So you have to look at that. No. This is the last part of the article, people, that I'm going towards. The last part of the article. Let me continue. Fresh God, Ziyech hasn't lived up to his pass from Ajax. So true. I agree with that, Fresh God. Definitely agree with that one. Jedi said Eden Hazard done well at Chelsea. Moved to Real Madrid. I think injury was a big problem with Eden Hazard. Man of God said, yo, you can pay your agent to work for you. The man now play no game. Wake up, youth. Agree. Agree. Definitely agree. Jedi said, let's be honest. Every country overrate their baller. I think that's a true. Now, that's true. That's true. Cornet Thompson said, Junior Flemmings, how they treating him at Toulouse. It's not a matter of bad treatment, but definitely a matter that is in his own hand in regards to performances, what the expectations are, and what people are looking forward to. Rob Smith said, Weston McKennie is good though. Exactly. He's one of those players that can definitely say good. Look at it. He is at Juventus and he's getting game time because he's good enough. So when you look at other players that are not getting game time, you have to question it. Is it the system that the coach is using? Is that the coach just generally don't rate him? But yes, still, look at if he was under previous coach and if it was the same situation. That is the reason why I use reference to Pulisic. Because even Leon Bailey, even Leon Bailey, consistent at Bayern Leverkusen. He fall into the Europa League Team of the Year, and that's not easy to do. That's not easy to do. Easy to do, and he found himself in that. He performed well enough to be in it. Make a big move to Aston Villa. Inconsistency for the first season. You can heavily say, okay, it was an injury season. But if you look at what's happening right now, you can say that his level has risen a bit. Performance has risen. Definitely, Steven Gerrard is one you can say is held a bit accountable. Tennessee said military and me and Rob Smith attack. Oh. All right, so I'm just read it out. Watch Rob Smith and Tennessee now. Go at it. Anyways, so let me read the final piece, people. Let me go to the final piece, which is the most important. In my eyes, he is a little below. Finish right there. What does he mean by that? What does the writer mean by this? Let's continue. And the situation seems to have worsened since his return from vacation last July. Now, two things. I got information that when Junior Flemmings listen, first of all, you know what? According to reports, I won't say it's 100% true. According to reports, when Junior Flemmings returned to training, he was not in top condition. He was not in top condition when he returned to training. So let's continue. This summer, the player did not take part in any friendly matches and trained regularly with the reserves. Flemmings is coming back quite well, but offensively, there is a lot of competition this year. In my eyes, it is a little below. So basically saying that it may be a bit behind the players who are competing for the striking position. Explained at the end of August, Philippe Montier, that is the manager. A little behind in the professional group. Now that is the part that strike me. A little behind in the professional group. I'll take another sip. Let me attack a little bit more the comments. Admixture Prank 2.0 said up move military and the MG family. Big up. Tennessee and Junior Morrison said, hear the man. Then I have a conversation, but I'm them good, man. I said a reason, man. I said a reason, man. I have no problem with that, man. Sometimes they keep it active, they keep it going. Fresh God said, a little means him not they far, then they need to work harder. Exactly. Simplified Cinema Network said all the Mexican players are in top league. No, not all of them. Well, maybe you can consider players who are in Mexico playing at the Liga MX. But definitely that would be considered as one of the top leagues as well. So, but when it regards to top leagues, you can say top 5 leagues. That is where you need to be. You need to be aiming. What if we have a Reggae Boyz team and 90% of the teams are playing in the top 5 league? The Germany, the Bundesliga, La Liga, English Premier League, all the top 5 leagues. That would be a good signal. That would say that we are improving on many aspects. Oh guys, continue to smash the like button, please. We're actually 5 likes away from hitting the 50 margin. So please do smash the like button. Brando said, I always thought Flemmings would struggle in France because he is a selfish and that won't work in Europe. He often has a better pass but shoots instead. He's a striker. You don't really beat him for that. Simplified said, us fans are not stupid. Agree. No, fans are not stupid, you know. Definitely. Alright, so let's continue. The player has, however, made his comeback during training sessions, most often with the Joker bib on the back. What does he mean by that? People, tell me what. Go in the comment section right now and tell me what you have a 22-man squad, or you have a training session. You're gonna play a training session, right? And you want someone to, let's say, work the goalkeepers, right? So basically, you are in goalkeeper training session, and you use him to just challenge the goalkeeper, but not necessarily use him to say that you have the intention for him to challenge for a particular position. Let me tell people, go into the comment section, tell me what you think about that comment. Let me know what you think about that statement in particular. That one is is in particular a strange one to me. That one is a very strange one to me. Fresh God said him in a trouble then. Joker bib. Tajir said all USA players playing in the top leagues in Europe worldwide. True. Let me see. Rob Smith said I don't think me can't read Rob Smith because Rob Smith and Tennessee are reason, so I'm going to lose myself. Man of God said, mean said the man a joke. Fresh God said, him in a trouble then. Upon running said, Flemmings is a squad player that works out his team goalkeeper. LIS the genius said, man a baby to the league. Him not ready, that's all. That's tough, you know, that's tough to say, you know. Me don't really like the statement. The statement definitely not send a good message. Not send across a good message. Not really sending across a good message. Alright, so let me continue. He said hard to say. Basically, they don't really know. They're trying to figure him out. One thing is certain. With the recent injury of Rateo, the Jamaican could finally have the opportunity to point the tip of his nose or at least appear in the list of 21 in the next matches. A minimum bad for this reggae boy who struggled to find the tempo. There ends the reading of the article. There ends the reading of the article, people, on Junior Flemmings. So this article specifically is giving us a detailed analysis of what is happening with Junior Flemmings. Detail, people. Detail. And we can pinpoint many factors. We can pinpoint many factors in that article. Whereas you can say, hey, this is questionable. That looks workable. That he can work his way around that. That can be fixed. You can tweak that aspect of it. But the key part that really catch me is the part that where it said they're unsure the aspect of the joker bib. They're unsure if he's a solution or is just there as a powering partner. Is it just at the club to just be there, or is he a solution to a problem that the coach is likely to face himself with? So these are the conflicting ideas that I'm getting and trying to figure out where to really put Junior Flemmings in all of this. For me personally, I hope that he can really look into himself and put in some harder work to even get a sniff of the first team or even on the start 11 and just do some damage from there on. But based on what we're seeing here, based on what we're hearing right here, this is not sending us a very good message. This is definitely not sending us a very good message. And funny enough, you can imagine start of a stream with about 20 something subscribers. We're at 30 now. Oh, thank you very much for all those who joined. Very much appreciated you guys joining the MG family. Really appreciate it, guys. We're only 70 subscribers away from hitting the target, hitting the weekly target. So we're gonna keep on going. Fighting for that. Anyways, so these are the aspects whereas I most definitely it's a juice. It's invincible. So these are the aspects. So let me see. We're here for 30 minutes now, people. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Let's take some of the comments. Let's take out some of the comments. Alright. So it's comment time, people. Elias Gina said, man, I'll be able to the league. Man of God said, them not rate him find the next club. Youth, a new manager. January Brown, big up, massive respect. Tajay Witcher said, this the man, this Flemmings. Elias said, can't this a man when not improve, man just be realistic. Simple Flight said, Arsenal on top of the league. Now make Reggae Boyz stress me out. Hey, the funny thing about it now, Simplified. See Arsenal on the top of the league. We can cheers to that, and nothing can change that. The Man U fans, them cry to me today. About decision when they get to there. Nah, like, that was definitely not a penalty. But as an Arsenal fan, as a rival, it sweet me. Laugh, your friend. Laugh. Me I say, hey, karma. I just say, go, unfortunate. But as a rival fan, people can't tell you. The amount that beat me get over a weekend because a Manchester United beat Arsenal, me can't tell you. Every slip up, I am on it. I am on it. But I say, go still. But big up to the man them. I know a funny thing. Most of my closest friends them support Manchester United. I will cuss, we war. That's I say go. Eric said Flemmings need to go back. MLS French League is not a corner league game. Science said MG overrate Flemmings. Red Bull let him go, so that's a lot. Okay. Rob Smith said, seem like there's a small candlelight at the end of the tunnel. Up to him to open up. Definitely. There is a candlelight. There's a candlelight at the tunnel. So let's see what he's going to do with it. Guys, smash the like button, people. Please. We have over 80 persons watching. Let's get the likes up to, let's see. 70. Is it possible to get it to 70? That's just 20 persons smashing the like button. Up and running said, there's no hands out or spoon feeding outside Jamaica. You are competing against the world, not Caribbean players. True. Big stage, you have to step up. Elias the genius said, Cyan, they had to let him due to unscrupulous comments them say he made. MG, he has potential, but taking low percentage shots when there are clear passes will not get you your start. Wish him all the best though. Fresh God said, no need to cry, bro. Fresh God said, karma with, with what, bro? Get real, that's no karma. But why Fresh God, me can't tell her. I don't know, I don't never karma, I'm just assessing. I'm just saying. Don't attack me, please. Please, don't attack we. We're at the top of the league. Don't attack we, please. We're at the top of the league. Give us some space. Let us concentrate in peace. So don't attack us. We raise our hand to the Manchester United family. Yes, on the beat way. We raise an hand. Yes, on the get one over way. Fine. But guess what? We're still on top of the table. And that is good. That is good. Nashan Richard said, Flemmings Toulouse go lose higher. Simplified said, yeah man, United fans crying to the red. Courtney Gray said, did he even play when they were in League 2? Who is surprised that he can't get a game now? Or he did play, but I think he made 3 appearances, but it only amassed to 25, I think it's 25 minutes. It was mentioned in the article. Fresh God said, no attack, bro. Me know Fresh God, me know that I'm gonna punch in your heart, you know. But you know, say, true a friend, you keep it cool, you know. But he punch in your heart, man. You know how many times people banter me and they punch me hot? Like weekend beating. Jeez. He punched me hot. He punched me hot. Me got some game over since the weekend beating until now. The amount of football matches on me go. And I tell you, say, I show me now, if me have a raincoat, I put on the raincoat and cover my face and just go hide and video the game then. But I say, go. That's a part of it. Rob Smith said, Rob Smith is speaking. Cyan, I said, Chelsea are going to take Arsenal's spot. Just give it little time. Chelsea, when you see on fire on a good coach, oh God, man. And then when you bring in a new coach, even though he's a good coach, but with any new coach coming in, no matter what the condition, he will need time to adapt. And this is not the same Chelsea, whereas as a soccer coach, they just run go win a title. No, the mentality is different. These are different set of players. Mentality are different, very much different. And Brando said, I was surprised they signed him in the first place. You know, sometimes some signing happen and you really have to wonder really what go down. You have to wonder if money washing. I don't know. Anyways, I won't even mention that. People, we are here for 35 minutes. We're going to go for 5 more minutes, people. I know you guys like the long 2-hour, 3-hour streams. People, let me tell you the truth. I can't do it. I don't have the energy to do it. Not really that simple, but I don't want to sit here and start repeating myself over and over again. I'm going to do a stream on Paul Hall, which involves the coaches, because there's a lot of people contacting me asking me about the coach. People are doing in-depth investigation. People like Big D Len, my word, man. That man do some deep investigation. One of Big D Len a politics, a Serpy. Two of that man can investigate. People don't need to check him out now. Probably Big D Len a Serpy, you know. You need to check him out. Cause that man do some research and investigation, I can tell you. Simplified said Flemmings played 12 games for Jamaica. He has been terrible in 10 games. Scrap that. Jesus, peace. That's rough. Daniel Wallace, big up. Flemmings not ready. When the president said he's a little too below, the man I use style just with style him, say him no good. USL is him level. That could be possible using a rhetoric like that. Just to hide your true intentions. Maybe that's what he's saying. Ryan Nelson said Chelsea always have different set of players when them sack them coach. And then the new coach come win with the players. Well, we will see this time, Ryan, we're going to see. We are going to see. Ryan, we are going to see. Simplified said, what if the manager sell Aubameyang in January? Big statement. That would be a big statement. Rafiq Bryan said, Junior will recover. Man's a beast. Godspeed. Well, Brian, it's all in his hands. That's for sure. It is all in his own hands. He's the one who definitely have to get his foot, get him head out, put in the work, and really showcase what he can do. Now, based on the report that I got in regards to how he arrived at the club, I'm talking about after pre-season, I didn't like that. I really didn't like that because they're saying that he came back unfit, didn't came back sharp, so I didn't like that. And when you look at it, other players are coming back ready, rearing to go, full, fresh, ready, sharp like a razor, like they didn't even went away. So I didn't really like that. So maybe those statements can be false. So allegedly, that's the information that I got. Daniel Wallen said, how do you go back to a European team that plays in Europe, top 5 leagues, unfit? If you lucky, them not terminate in contract. That's harsh. That's true. He's lucky that they didn't do that because, remember, that is Europe, and these people take their football as though it's as serious as though they eat their meal. It's just as serious as though they eat their meal. 3 meals a day, 3 square meals, just as serious. Rafiq said, where are you playing now? I'm not sure. El Gringo. Is it Grangiro? El Grangiro? And in the bad. MG's Proxies. Massive respect. I think, hold on. But first me I see name. Maybe I change the name. Anyway, smash the like button, people. Thank you. People, guys, don't forget to smash the like button. Rob Smith said, I disagree. He was good in 2019 Gold Cup. Okay in 2021 Gold Cup. Poor in World Cup qualifiers. Good again in the Nation League. Agree. He was good in the Nation League. Remember that in the Nation League now, he was rooted as top player in the Nation League. It wasn't even in the article. He was rooted. And remember, he scored a few goals. I think he scored 2 goals in the Nation. Didn't he score 2 goals in the Nation League? I don't even remember. But he did perform well. Remember that after, when he came back for the Nation League, I was one of the person who said that he looks a different player. And I can't shy away from that. I was one of the persons who said that Junior Flemmings looks a different player. When I was watching him up front with my 2 eyes, he looks sharper, he looks fitter, he looks more intelligent in his decision making. Yes, he still have a little selfish ways about him, but definitely I was one of the persons who said that about him. Eagle Republic said, this is why I always hit out when you are treating our young players with kid gloves. I do not believe in 9th place ribbons. Players need to know that they are competing against players worldwide. True. Remember, I know people, but at the same sense, you can't treat young kids a particular way. But that's my view still, Eagle Republic. That's my view still. Rafiq said he's learning. This is life. This is football. First European experience. He will adjust. Let's hope he does. I really hope he does. Because definitely want to see him in that team sheet get going and trying to even put himself on the goal scoring chart as well. And that would be a big, huge confidence boost for him. Just get into the team would be confidence booster. Elliot said, is Mattox making a comeback? Chelsea mess up for Lego Lukaku and Timo Werner. Arsenal Lego Aubameyang cause him no good. Check the facts. Arsenal Lego all of them French baller and switch up them team. I won't say it's a French baller thing. I just believe that it's a those players were discipline factors. And Ryan Nelson said, I remember Sir Lampard by the players them and sack him. And Tuchel win with them. Chelsea just not give the coach them enough time to gel. And with new player after them buying them. Agree. But that is Chelsea philosophy. I'm hoping that they change. Because it's not sustainable. That's not something that's sustainable. What if Graham Potter come into the club and said, hey, these players are not the type of players that I want to use going forward, are not suitable to my playing style, so it's going to need an entire overall again. So, I remember that the managers that Chelsea they brought in were experienced managers, regards to managers who have won major titles. Most of those managers have already won major titles. I think maybe Di Matteo didn't win anything. But look at the scale of those players, of those managers that Chelsea sacked and then bring in. So look at those managers. These are managers who have already won major titles. But are even managing big clubs. They were even managing big clubs before coming to Chelsea. So they know how to handle big egos in the dressing room. Brando said, let me see, where did I reach? Oh, Tennessee said, military, maybe he's a different player. True. Brando said he did look better, but the flaws were still present. True. Up and running said scoring goals against Suriname and the other Caribbean opponent is just a step up from the JPL. I wouldn't say that still. I definitely wouldn't say that. I think we look at football. I don't think we look at football on the wider scale many of the time. We will look at what's happening right here. And look at it, right? Look at Mexico. If you should look at Mexico, and the last couple of games we have played against Mexico have been very close. Extremely close. And if you should consider where Mexico is ranking in world football versus where Jamaica is ranking in world football, it's a vast difference. But yet still, we were competitive against Mexico. Closely competitive against Mexico. Last time out, we drew Mexico. I think it was 0-0 or 1-1. Or did we win? I think it's 1-1. Anyways, but really competitive. So we can't really look at football as say, boy, because they score against Suriname, that's just a little bit above the JPL level. Now I can't really agree with that. Definitely can't agree with that. Remember now, look at it. Mikel Antonio played for Jamaica, played against Suriname. Mikel Antonio is a top striker in the world. Did he score against Suriname? Shaman Nicholson, top striker right now, recognized right across the world. Would you say he did play against Suriname? But would you say that Shaman Nicholson is just a level above JPL? So you can't really look at it like that. For every different aspect, there's different minuscule criteria or factors or variables which affects every single player. It's not all players being white brush or broad brush by in the same manner. Big up. See that Anthony never played Suriname, but I get your point. Exactly. Thank you very much for understanding what I'm saying. But in same sense, Rob Smith, I can also be wrong. Tennessee said Mikel Antonio never played against Suriname. I agree. I'm just saying. I'm just using an example. But look at the teams that Mikel Antonio played against, just the same. And look at some of the teams that he didn't score against. So look at those factors. You have to look at those factors. And when you're looking at it, you're saying because we're playing against Suriname and Junior Flemmings scored against Suriname means it's a small step up. Ravel Marcy scored. Which one of the games Ravel Marcy scored a free kick in? Would you say that that's just a step up? Would you say Ravel is just a step up, just a small step up above the JPL? No, you can't say that. I remember Ravel Marson is playing alongside Junior Flemmings. So you can't really say that in that aspect. So there's a vast different factor to look at, and not only in that just one isolated incident. So let's isolate Junior Flemmings and look at his particular situation. At present moment, he's at the club, and based off the information that's coming out, the club is not deeming him good enough. That doesn't necessarily mean that the other players in the national team would not survive at that level. That it doesn't mean that. So maybe his style of play, his particular way of development just didn't suit that. Antonio didn't play against Suriname. I'm just using that as an example up and running. Tennessee, as I said, I'm using it as an example. I said, yo, Manuel come shock the world, check it pre, and me's a Chelsea fan. But right now, Manchester United defense a healthy run round, and them don't show with that with Arsenal. No. Let me tell you one thing they're going to do. They're going to give a lot of penalties, yeah? Because referee now call. But as soon as the little mad rush blew off, you have the referee call against them. In that game, Arsenal versus Manchester United, you know how much penalty they could get? Because they were overly aggressive. And they weren't tackling clean. People are going to say, yeah, those are clean tackles, this or that. Let me tell you something, people. As soon as the Ten Hag fever blew off, you're going to realize. Upper running said, Duppy, Dandy, Vivo said, Jamaica footballers need to level up, be MLS and back a Europe League, them want to play for. Remember, it's not just, alright. Jamaica is not in Europe. That's the first thing, right? We're not in Europe. So don't expect to see Jamaican players just a run guy Europe, so just a run guy MLS. It's not an easy thing to get a player moving from Jamaica to go to a European club. It's not easy. No matter how good you are, it is not easy, people. It is not easy. Some of the time, to even get the dates for trials in Europe, you have to really do some intensive research. I have some really good links to bring in players on trial. And some of the time, a lot of people don't know, when I hear trials, people, let me tell you something. When I hear trials, some of the time, when if you know for some trials, what am I say? It's a monetary thing. You have to pay to participate in a club then trial. Actually, hey, people, football is not as simple as 1, 2, 3. There's so much that goes behind. Who in the comment section can tell me what an intermediary is? Someone in the comment section, tell me what you believe or what you think is the meaning of an intermediary. DeAndre Downer said Arsenal not ready. Well, me could see no. Top a league same way. Courtney Gray said people keep on saying Jamaicans should stop go MLS, but you aren't realizing that MLS want Jamaican players again. Why rough? Downer said Arsenal lost tactical stop complaining a win is a win. Alright, Downer. Alright. You come a job off of Arsenal, so man. Up and running said, where has Flemmings dominate? USL, SBF, that's it, and there's no doubt about that. Rob Smith said MLS is a good league, better than a lot of those European league. You see the players that are in the MLS right now. True, but look at some of those players are all retired players looking to go into retirement. And they're using the MLS as their retirement home because of what? Big money. Yes, they are quality players, but in their time they were top quality, but not now. Most of those players in the 30s up, the high 30s, looking to retire. El Grandgiro said the Ten Hag influence seems to be running out already. Real Sociedad clip them wings today. Well done, Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad have a cool boy the bad. Bad afraid. E-Group probably said it sounds like Junior Flemmings is excuse to what they already have at the club. The light at the end of the tunnel could be an oncoming train. Hey, Janus and Eagle, that rough, man. Gonna easy, right off everything, though. Elias said, me alone think say Antonio no good. Either the team will play him, play for no fit for him, or him just not impress me. Listen, the team itself start off the league bad. The team itself start off the league bad. And let me tell you, if you look at last season, I don't think you'd have said that. It's just the team start off bad, but look at what he did last season. Go and check out some of his games that he played last season, and I think you get a different perception on that. Up and running said MLS is the 5th or 6th ranked league. The Americans included South Americans. Let me tell you something about MLS. MLS get that ranking not because of performance, not because of quality. I think they get the ranking because of money spent, because they franchise the league. Enough MLS ball is no good. Enough of them. Me see them. Me see MLS baller with me two yai. Me see MLS baller with me two yai them out of my head so. Enough of them not good people. Me I tell you, enough of them not good. But guess what? Money is there. Where the money is being spent is where the media attention will turn, and where a lot more people will be paying attention to. But me I tell you, enough MLS ball not good. Why I think if MLS is ranked 6, right? But you don't find a lot of Premier League clubs I go shop in a MLS. Yes, 1 and 2 might pick out MLS players, just 1 and 2. Look what they go. They go to the South Americas, the lower tier divisions in Brazil, the lower tier divisions in the US. They go wear some back corner place of Portugal, some weird different corner place of France, some place in Moldova, down Ukraine, we down Russian league. That is where they do most of them scouting. But you really find, look at it now. They're ranked 6, right? Don't you think that with a league like that, we're ranked 6, and the players will be coming cheap? The best players have to run go get some baller. Just run go get some baller over there. No, they're not doing that because yes, they rank 6 because of finances. How they can market the league. But when it come on to quality, nah, it's not of that high standard. Look at some of the old players leaving Premier League, leaving the top. Yes, they are top quality league. Right now, look at when Zlatan went over there. At 40 years old, Zlatan dominating the MLS. No defender can manage him. So, I have to look at these things. You must look at these things, people. These are the things that we're looking at. These are the things that I'm looking at. I'm looking at people. So yes, the ranking high, but the quality is not high. That is the reason I'm saying, people. Sometimes we look at the soft factors like league ranking, club ranking, and all these things, and we over exaggerate what the real quality is. We over exaggerate what the real quality. We don't really look at the real quality. If that is the case, if MLS is ranked 6. Alright, let me tell you something. Alright, look at, I want you to look. You know what I want you guys to do? Sit down and watch the MLS. It is not pleasing to the eye. It is not, it might be a little bit above the USL, but it's not, you're not seeing no quality football. you're not seeing no quality football. You're not going to see no quality football. That is the truth. But guess what? The players and pay, they get good pay. Yeah. The league is well marketed. Agree. But you don't really necessarily see the quality. If MLS ranks 6, where would it rank the Belgian league? Where does the Belgian league rank? Let me continue. Elias said MLS ball is not good. LOL money and politics. Robert Smith said Roger Grant he scored 1 goal. How? Argentina, Roger Grant said enough MLS ball are no good and the league have the ranking because it have 28 teams. Liga MX is a better league. Agree. I 100% agree with that. Roger. Roger. Is it Roger? I think Roger Grant. Yeah. Liga MX is a better league. You see better quality football at Liga MX than you see at MLS. Better quality football. Go and check it if you think I lie, me. That's what I'm saying. Watch the league, people. Watch the league. Don't look at the ranking. Don't look at the money that is being spent. Look at the performance of the players. Look at the performance of the players. I saw Matt Turner in Arsenal goal today. And me tell the truth, not really impressive. Not really impressive. And Matt Turner was one of the highest ranking goalkeepers. Andre Blake better than Matt Turner. I wasn't impressed with Matt Turner. DeAndre Donor said MLS a home league for real quality of ball game poor. Retirement league that. Eagle Republic said MLS young players are not cheap. Eastern European and African youngest are cheaper. And let me tell you something, right? MLS players are not cheap because they're trying to pump so much money into the league. But enough of those players, even though they're not cheap, they're not have that high quality. If you want quality, look at most scouts. if you speak to scouts, right, they'll tell you if you want quality young players, go into the African market. Just dip into the African market. That is the reason why the scouts them run good on Ghana, they run good on Morocco, they run good Kenya, they run good Nigeria, they run good all Gabon and these players. They run good that. But guess what now? Most of these players from these African countries, they tend to move at an early stage to France. So guess what now? The best place to catch these young African players is run to the French lower tier division and you catch them. Run to the French lower tier division and you catch them. That's what, let me tell people. The scouting thing is an elite department. Scouting is an elite department. That is the reason why scouts are heavily paid. And if you find a proper scout, let me tell you, enough agents that I hear people talk about, agents are not really the scouts. Agents are the lawyers. Agents are the representatives. Let me tell you who are the real scouts now. That is the reason I asked that question earlier. Intermediaries. These are the guys who actually are most of the time on the ground, can see the players. And some of the time the intermediaries employ scouts, employ people who are on the ground. So for example, if our agent is in the market right now, said that they want Jamaican players, they're going to look for someone in Jamaica that they know go attend the Jamaican games, that they would hear speak about the Jamaican football. So they said, okay, let's see what that guy knows, and let's see his ideas, let's see what he has to do, and let's see some of the players that he takes keen interest in. And the agent said, okay, let's see one player. Bring us one player that you think is quality. And that guy who's on the ground, he said, okay, maybe go to a schoolboy football game, or maybe go to an under 10 and he's a top quality player. I said, okay, let's see. I'm bringing it to him and say, okay, yeah, this player look good. And then that's where that person might become an intermediary, or just become a scout. It's a lucrative market, people. High paying lucrative market. Roger said you can catch some of the under 20, under 17 African Cup of Nations. Best place to go for catch them. Ralph Smith said, why is Seattle Sounders the CONCACAF Champions League winners if Liga MX is better? And Seattle is not even that good this year. But that's a football go. Remember that's a football guy. Remember Ralph Smith, that is football. Look on it. I think who won the FA Cup last year? Leicester City, right? Manchester City participated tonight. Liverpool participated. Was it Leicester City? I remember. But the year when Leicester City won the FA Cup, Man City participated tonight. Liverpool participated tonight. Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, and who win it? Leicester City. Not because Leicester City means the Leicester City the biggest one in the region. And that's just how football is. That's just generally how football is. In the Champions League final, Manchester City was definitely the better team. They didn't take their chances. Chelsea took their chance. They got one chance, take it, boom, win it. Done this so. Done this so. It not necessarily means that Chelsea were the best in it. They were actually going through a transition phase. But guess what? The momentum brought them through to it. And they went there and get the job done. I just say go. Matt Turner was side on side with Blake. If he wasn't going to Arsenal, wouldn't buy him. The man hardly get game. Can't expect miracles. True. Brendan said Liga MX is better league, and that's why the CONCACAF Club Championships are from Liga MX 99% of the time. I think this last season was the first time an MLS team won it. Oh, I never know. Rob Smith said, so Ravel dominated the championship, but is not starting up in MLS. Ask him about the level MG. Definitely, me can ask him, of course. I mean, starring. Yeah, man, I understand. Roger said, MLS team just won the Champion League after 22 years. Think about that. After 22 years. Up and running. MG, I used to watch MLS when Stern John was doing well in the late 90s. Look, up and running. How much? How much late 90s? You know, sir. There was a lot of Jamaicans and Caribbean players now. They have moved on from this market. Not sure why. I think maybe it's a culture. Rob Smith, if they can compete with the best Liga MX team, that means the league is at least at that level. But look at it, people. Look at it. Let me show you how flawed some of it is. Rob Smith. As you stated, in 22 years, based off what Roger said, an MLS team just won the CONCACAF Champions League after 22 years. But yet still, the MLS ranked higher than Liga MX. Which is saying that Liga MX has been the better league in the CONCACAF region for more than 22 years. For more than 22 years, but yet still the MLS have higher ranking. Think about that. Let that sink in. What is that saying to you? Is this more of a money thing? Or in general, it's a thing where as boy a performance I do it. Ryan Collins said better football play in the Liga MX than MLS. Agree. Courtney Gray said, because why would they spend money on below average Jamaican ballers when they can get Europeans? True. I agree. Sparks Dan said, Flemmings injured are just coach's decision. I've been waiting to see him play in League One. Coach's decision apparently is not up to the standard that they expect. So that is the situation currently. Courtney said, nobody wants an Alvas anymore. They rather play their own young American or pay. Brando said, Latinos sell more jersey and draw bigger crowds. So they don't focus on the Caribbean as much anymore. Elia said, what me don't understand, Blake are number one and the best keeper in the MLS. But yes, still, nobody know I'm buy him, which me find sad, me not lie. Makes you question what is really happening in that MLS. In regards, remember now people, when a player is being sold in the MLS Federation has a lot to do with it. It's not just the clubs. The player is being sold through the MLS. So guess what? When a player is being sold, first priority will always be an American player. I think so. It might be my theory. I can be wrong. For sure. Oparan said, who said MLS is ranked better? Where did they get the information from? I think a E Group Public said it. Roger Grant. Jordan Hyman said, up MG, big up Jordan. Ryan Collins said, it's a money thing, bro. Agree. Caribbean not producing quality football like one time. Actually said, big up actually, hopefully you're doing good. Roger said, Blake said him turned down a lot of European offers. And that would be madness in my view. Definitely, that would be madness in my view. It depends still. But why though? Is it comfortable? Is it comfort? I'm not really sure. But I hope that it has nothing to do with comfort. The Caribbean still get a few in through the MLS draft, as we tend to dominate at the college level and also at the USL level. Look at it. Beckford, Daly, my friend the man, I'm always the developer man. I can't remember my name. Nico Brett, always dominate, always a score goal. But yes, still, the MLS club now look on him. Can you imagine? For years, I do it, and the MLS club now look on him. That definitely says a lot. And these are the star factors that I look at. Leighton said, yeah, I heard that Blake is settled in the US. Okay. E Group probably said, I heard that Andre Blake was comfortable with his standard of living in the USA. If that is the case, well, I can't really complain with a man's decision. That's his decision. So we can't really bash him for that. We can't really say much about that because he knows the reason why. Ryan Collins said, they are pushing the USA players to be sold first, bro, because Blake is better than LOL. Lot of keepers in the MLS, but the MLS keepers, most of those keepers tend to make a faster or a better move. Actually said, so much for a Flemmings match with Messi, but he has to have a talk with the Jamaican new coach to make his dream a reality. Courtney Gray said, Syria, that was one of the leagues. Actually said, that's true, because always Matt Turner playing for Arsenal and Blake can't get a move. Must him move that. Let me tell him, for years, Matt Turner has fallen behind Andre Blake in regards to ranking in the MLS. Right now at Philadelphia Union, Andre Blake has become a legend of the club. Upper said, who remember when Onandi Lowe played in the Liga MX for about 3 months? Upper running hole, you know. Mikel Wright said, Blake have problems with going overseas. That's why he's stuck in the US. They said he was comfortable. That's what they're saying. That he's comfortable. Blows and Scare. People, I'm going for 4 more minutes. And I would definitely appreciate it, guys. Get the likes up, people. You know, we are 18 likes away from 100. Is it possible to get the likes to 100? Is it possible? Let's see. Let's see if we can do that in the next 3 minutes or so. Blake is currently ranked the #1 keeper in MLS based on ESPN stats yesterday. And imagine #1 and still can't get a move. Elias said that is the biggest mistake. Nah lie. Him could have reached a lot further because he's doing pretty good in the MLS. We need some Brazilian coach with Jamaica or even an Argentine. I think language barrier is a hell of a thing, you know. Language barrier is a hell of a thing. But I don't think in modern day you will have that language barrier still. I don't think so. He's getting well paid. He's getting paid well. His club volume very high. So the transfer offer has to be good. He's not going to a small European club. Make less money just to say he's in Europe. So true. And let me tell you something, people. Many of the players that you're seeing in Europe right now, Jamaican players, they're not making a lot of money. That is the truth. They're not making a lot of money. They could actually stay in Jamaica and make the same amount of money that they're making in Europe. The thing is that when they are in Europe, they are way more exposed. Oh, wow. People are 7 likes away, 6 likes away, actually, from hitting that 100 like margin. Erie Republic said, Onandi Lowe played for, I won't try to pronounce the name of the people. You know some tongue list. So if I try to pronounce the name of my curse, indecent language. And kick down people in training and left. Guadalajara. Is that? That's how it's pronounced? I hopefully pronounce it properly. MG Prox said, get the likes up to the 100 people. We're 1 like away. Plus, 1 like away. And once we hit the 100, close enough in the next 2 minutes. MG, when I tell you people that our players was more prepared for export in the 90s. Wow. God bless you, said yes. Hey, me almost bite out my tongue if you try saying it. And Roger said, Guna, it is mandatory in Latin America that they have to learn English. So language is no issue. That's good. Giovanni Play said, just say Mount Pleasant by half Dumbo hole a ball in them. Ball of them. Me hear somebody link me to that one bad midfielder they are Dumbo holding. One if me try to see if me can go to the training session tomorrow to see who are the player. See if me can watch him, maybe do a short interview with him. Definitely. But me hear some bad player they are Dumbo holding. So me I go look out for him. If me can get figure out the training session tomorrow and see what. Because me got Arnett training trials. Arnett are bringing a few players, so we're gonna see for that. Dumbo holding. Dumbo holding. Mount Pleasant now have no time to try build no player nothing like that. They just want to buy players. They just want to buy a team. But based off track records, that don't really work. Nico Christian Demario Phillips and the Rasta left back gone to Nico gone. Blouse and skirt. Jano Nico gone. That are Kimoy Bailey. Mara and Nanko. So Mara, Nanko and Bailey gone. Rob Smith said Onandi might be the best pure footballer Jamaica ever produced. Peel is my favorite though. MG too young to remember those ballers. Me young. And those clips. Let me see have them. Elgorn said Guadalajara. Oh, Guadalajara. Hey, me bad. me bad people, me bad. Actually said Mount Pleasant, the Jamaican PSG. E group said Guadalajara. Me get it, man. Mexico. None that bad up the people, man. Left. That a Nandi Lowe. Aya said, what the set you think I go be for Argentina? Or lineup? What's the lineup for Argentina versus Jamaica? Will Blake be in goal? Are we gonna use our best team? Or are we gonna go with a B team? Alright. So with this game, I think I'm gonna do a stream on it. For real though, I think we're gonna have problems in selecting the best team. Based on what I've heard that players already got their invitations. That's what I've heard. Let's see. I think someone told me that most of the players that played in the friendly against Catalonia, you'll see some of those players. Maybe the likes of Johnson Clark Harris. Also, maybe the likes of Latibodier. I think Latibodier is injured, but definitely somewhat. I'm hoping to see Omar Hutchinson. If we're going to get back Omar Hutchinson, that would be a big, big positive for me. Javon plays said Dumby Oli might get relegated. Not sure. Javon plays said Tapa I got take JPL by storm. People, me anticipate to see the JPL now. Want to see what Tapa bring to the JPL. Rob Smith said Nandi is a striker that played centre back in the World Cup. Elias said Messi I got kill wait if them play him. Later said MG I might have to unsubscribe by the way. You stop dancing and playing the imaginary saxophone in the intro for your videos. Imaginary dancing and imaginary saxophone. When Mitchell play that? When Mitchell play that? Me no remember that, you know. Later, honestly, me no remember that. January amount of videos I me no remember. Opponents said MG, there's a lot to be said about the past, but we leave it there. Really looking forward to see a real coach that can bring our players and coaches to a higher level. That is the reason why I was so enthused about the appointment of Paul Hall. Oh, the intro music. Oh, yeah. The intro music. me remember where I thought, man. Me remember where I thought now. Rob Smith said, why would you send that team? I don't know. Later, don't know so what for upgrade. And some of the time, adjusting to upgrade is not really easy. But anyways, people, I've gone way over the hour margin. And people want to know, sir, me no normal do streams so long. Because, guess what now, people? I don't want to sit here and start repeating. You see, this is the reason I don't like doing long stream, right? I came here to discuss Junior Flemmings. I see how far-fetched me gone. Discuss all different type of things. I like to keep it about the topic that I came to discuss. But definitely, people, I want to say thank you very much for all those who took the time to participate. I will do a stream different where we can discuss all those things. But definitely, I didn't want to stray away from the main issue here, which is Junior Flemmings. I want to say, people, all of those you guys who came in, took the time out to subscribe and participate in this stream. We have been here for over an hour. Let me tell you, people, an hour of any one time is crucial. Very, very crucial. What I used to do, I used to listen podcasts. For example, like when I'm on the journey coming home, I'll turn on the podcast, listen to my car, go and listen. Because really and truly, these things, it's like a meditation. It really, really relaxes the mind. Sometimes, I don't know for you guys, but right through there, I listen to YouTube. Just listen to some podcasts, listen to some conscious reasoning about football, about this, about that. It definitely helps me to keep my mind relaxed, keep it positive, and it helps me to meditate. So these are very, very positive things. So people, I want to say thank you very much, people, for taking the time out of your busy day to spend 1 hour and 15 minutes with me. Really, really appreciate it, people. So for now, people, have a really good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So look out for my 9 a.m. stream again. Tomorrow's stream, I'll be discussing Paul Hall in tomorrow's stream tomorrow morning. So I'm hoping that you guys tune into that one. As I said, won't be a long one. Won't be a long one. Fresh God said, MG doing a deal, deadline day transfer window show. Not sure, because Fresh God, you have to go link me off the air. Because me see the information then, but nobody really has compile them and send it to me. But link me off the way. Big up, people. Thank you very much. Massive, massive respect. And I'll see you guys again. Until next time, people. MG Sports TV. We are out, people. Big up. Boom. Oh, like, share, and subscribe. People, listen to that. Look how rich. 14,939. We are 60 subscribers away from hitting the target of 15,000. Sorry, my apologies. Maths. Big up, people. Massive, massive respect. And we are out. Boom.